We're getting the old music back. Getting the old music back. I think I have everything plugged in just right. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Hold on. I'm seeing comments, so maybe you can. Hello, chị Minh Châu. We got Danny Lee. Hi, everybody. Oh, wow. Is it raining in California? If you're watching from the United States, chị Minh Châu is on the East Coast where it's 9 p.m. already. Wow. Give me a one. Lâu quá rồi không nghe nhạc này ha. So it's a busy week leading up to Lunar New Year. Oh, Hoàng Yến. Hello, Lee. If you're watching from there you go. United States, it's a one. Hello, Helen. And we got someone from Vietnam. Good morning, Vietnam. Wow, sắp Tết rồi, vui không? Bên Cali lạnh, mưa. It's mưa nhiều á. Hello, Nina. And we got, who's this? Teeny Tiny? Okay, everybody. Good to see you've got Lisa from Boston. And we've got Tiffany Quang. Okay. Teeny Tiny. Trời ơi, nếu mà viết vậy làm sao ai biết được em? You spell it, you don't show me how to pronounce it. Em cũng ở Cali, mưa thê thảm luôn. Thiệt cái chứ. Nhà của Lina có hồ tắm ở sau. Mà bây giờ, oh my gosh, nó đầy mà nó tràn luôn á. So my pool has flooded. Okay, my pool has flooded. Hi, everybody. Let's see who's all watching here. We got Nathaniel. Hello. I think that's my dad. I'm not sure right there. And, ngập đường luôn. Ooh, yes. Okay, rồi. Nhưng mà it's okay. It's okay. Mình cần mưa. Mình cần, we need rain, right? Okay, so let me turn the music off. Down. Quiet down. Little bit lower. There we go. Bye-bye. See you later. Rồi. Music gone. The music is gone. Okay, everybody. Hôm nay thứ Hai. No, yes. Of course it's thứ Hai. Có người ở San Francisco. Cao nên mưa không có ngập đường. Yeah. Dưới này á, ngập đường, ngập hồ tắm, ngập everything luôn. So I've been checking on my dad là tại vì ba của Lina đang ở nhà kia. Mà cái nhà kia là ở trên núi. And then phía sau nhà là it is a mountain. So, nhưng mà lucky là bây giờ everything is okay because it's mostly like rock. Nó không có bị, thường bên Cali mà mưa hay sợ bị mudslide này kia. Yes. Oh, we've got someone from Canada. Oh, Canada. Hello, Canada. Canada's a number 3. Okay. Quý vị thấy chủ đề của chương trình hôm nay không? Có ai biết Roth Conversion là cái gì không? Has anyone heard of a Roth Conversion? And does anyone know what a Roth Conversion is? Does anyone know? I am going to let you know what a Roth Conversion is, help you decide mình có nên làm hay không. I'm going to give you the advantages, disadvantages, and nó có rất là nhiều rule. Okay? Nó có rất là nhiều rule. Nó không phải là 401k nhưng nó có thể là liên quan đến 401k. Okay? Hey! Lee. When Lee writes it with a lot of Y's, that's the way you have to say it. Nếu mà H-E-Y thôi là hey. Nhưng mà khi mà viết mà vậy phải là hey. Hi, Lee. So my dad says it's okay. Everything is okay there in Burbank. Very good. Okay. So let's Let's start, shall we? Should I do a Roth conversion? Of course, this video is for educational purposes only. Okay. Trường hợp mỗi người là it's their own situation. Every situation is different, right? So if you're thinking about doing it, we should really look at your specific situation. A lot of things play into this. Okay? So before I explain là Roth conversion là cái gì, okay? Khi mà mình làm conversion là nó sẽ bị sao? Mình nên làm hay không? I want to show you an example. Giữa một người làm conversion, một người không làm. Okay, so here is an example of a Roth conversion. You're going to love it. Okay, so take a look at this. So the example we're using here is a 60-year-old who has $1 million in an IRA growing at 6% annually. Okay? So you can think about it as other things, like maybe you have it in a 401k. Nhưng mà đây là cái tiền chưa thuế nha, cái tiền mình đang hoãn thuế. Hoặc là cái tiền mình đóng vào mà mình trừ thuế đó. So we're talking about things that are tax deferred. Hello, 401k. Pre-tax dollars or after-tax dollars, but you're taking a deduction. Hello, IRA. Okay, these are traditional IRAs. And then there's the Roth. Okay, so I want to show you this example first, and then I'm going to tell you about it. So if you're young right now, you may think, wow, $1 million in an IRA. Nhưng mà guess what? I talk to people who have more than that. And a lot of these people, for instance, a lot of Vietnamese working for big companies for many, many, many years. And then when they retire, okay, the 401k goes out into an IRA and they have over 2 million in it. Nhưng mà bây giờ họ rất là lo sợ là tại vì bây giờ họ ô thuế. Hồi trước giờ mình bỏ tiền vào đó, mình không biết suy nghĩ đến tương lai. Bây giờ tự nhiên bị nè. So take a look at this. If you don't convert it, then you pay no taxes now. But if you convert it now, you will pay taxes. Okay, so we're talking the whole thing here. You're going to pay taxes. You're going to owe $319,000 in taxes. If you don't convert it, though, your RMD taxes, if you live until 90, you're going to pay $676,732 in taxes. And then you die, there's tax on inherited IRA. So in the end, if you do not convert, the value that you pass to your heirs is just over 1.2 million. But if you convert it, the value you pass along to them will be 4.1 million. The total taxes you will pay if you do not convert, nearly 1.4 million. And the taxes that you pay if you do convert, 319,474. Does anyone have any questions about this so far? Okay, như vậy là whatever account you're having right now, it's tax deferred, or the contributions are you used it as a tax deduction, but the growth is tax deferred, hoãn thuế, most 401ks, right? No one thinks about what's going to happen in the future. And when they find out, then guess what? You know what they ask me? After we sit down and we talk about it, after I show them what's going to happen as they grow older, even though they think, oh, sau này mình không đi làm, mình không có đóng thuế nhiều. Not true. After I show it to them, the first thing they ask me is, how do I Get it out of there. How do I get it out of there? Well, you can do a Roth conversion. So I'm going to tell you about the Roth conversion. First, you need to know the differences, cái sự khác biệt giữa cái traditional IRA and a Roth IRA. Okay? So, traditional IRA and Roth have the same annual contribution limit. Như vậy là mỗi năm họ cho mình đóng vào đó là 7.000 đồng. 7,000, this is 2024. If you're under 50 or if you're 50 and over, okay, you can contribute a total of 8,000. There are no income limitations for a traditional IRA. So if you made 500,000, you can still contribute. If you make whatever, you can still contribute. With the Roth, your income must be less than $161,000 a year if you're single, or 240 if you're married. The tax benefits for a traditional IRA, the contributions may be tax deductible. Okay, it grows tax deferred, hoãn thuế nè. But when you take it out, you will be taxed as ordinary income, not capital gains, ordinary income. This is very important. If it's a Roth, it is not tax deductible because it's after tax dollars. It grows tax deferred and the earnings are tax free. So the money you make in a Roth is tax free. You know what? One day I need to show you what, if you Google it, you're going to see it. How someone turned, and I don't want to say the numbers because I don't have the correct, true numbers, but he turned like a $2,000 Roth into like, I forget, $1 billion, however many. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show it to you so you can see, so you can believe. Okay? Right. There's a penalty for withdrawals before the age of 59 and a half. So if you reach 59 and a half, then you can start taking withdrawals without penalty. If you do it before then, 10% penalty. You will start having RMDs at the age of 73 for most people watching right now. With the Roth, contributions can be withdrawn anytime. That means tích tiền mình đóng vào, what you put into it, you can withdraw at any time. The earnings, however, if you withdraw it before 59 and a half, you will have a penalty. Okay? And then there's also the 5-year rule. 5-year rule says you must have your money in there at least 5 years before you can withdraw, or you will have a penalty. So for instance, let's say you started a Roth at 56. Well, in 3.5 years, you would be 59 and a half, but because it hasn't been in there 5 years yet, there would be a penalty. Rồi, quý vị hiểu chưa? Nếu cái Roth của mình đã là lâu năm rồi đó, okay, thì mình ít nhất là phải 59 tuổi rưỡi lấy tiền ra không bị penalty. Nhưng mà nếu mình 56 tuổi mới mở cái Roth, thì mình phải đợi 5 năm. Okay. Can I change it? Can I change it? See, now people are like, whoa, what the heck, man? Mình đi làm mấy chục năm mình cứ là hoãn thuế. And then sau này khi mà mình về hưu, cái tiền đó nó vào cái IRA cũng là đang hoãn thuế luôn. Can I change it? Yes. Yes, you can. Called the Roth conversion. What is a Roth conversion? When you move money from a traditional retirement account, okay, that's the tax deferred account, into a Roth. That's a conversion. Okay, mình chuyển cái tiền của mình á từ một cái tài khoản hưu trí mà đang hoãn thuế, and then you move it qua cái Roth. Tại vì mình biết là Roth, sau này mình lời mình không có đóng thuế. That's a Roth conversion. Different types of Roth conversions. You can transfer money from a traditional IRA into a Roth IRA. You can roll over from a 401k into a Roth IRA. You can move money from your traditional 401k into a Roth 401k. Please ask your employer. Okay? Legally, they must now have this option for you. Okay, those are new tax rules. Okay? You can also use a backdoor Roth IRA strategy. The backdoor Roth. We'll talk more. Sorry, you guys. Actually, everything went down. I'm actually going off my cell phone right now. Right now, you can't hear anything nhưng mà ngoài trời giông tố và mưa dữ lắm, gió dễ sợ luôn. Lina cứ sợ là mấy cái cây nó that's how bad it is. Okay, sorry. So we're gonna get back there. Okay. Okay. Hồi nãy có một em hỏi là nếu em open Roth có okay không chị? Okay là sao em? Okay là sao? Right? Tùy người. Bây giờ you have to everyone's situation is different, so you have to email me. There's my email address up there on the screen nhá. Okay? Rồi. I'll answer more questions later. Should a 70-year-old do a Roth before RMD kicking in? I'm going to be covering that. That is such a good question. Okay. Hi, Robin Young. All right, here we go. Let's get going. The show must go on. Can you change it? Yes, it's a Roth conversion. Remember, moving money from a tax-deferred account into a Roth. Rồi. Nè, mấy cái cách mà để mình move cái Roth. Okay, here we go. Moving along. Things you should know. Please pay attention. Trời ơi! Sorry. So, nếu mà bị mất connection, quý vị cứ là standby nha. Quý vị cứ standby. You can still hear me now, right? Am I still alive? All right. Things you should know. If the contributions to your retirement plan were taken out of your paycheck, pre-tax, như vậy là nếu mà cái tiền trong cái retirement plan của mình á, nó trừ thẳng cái tiền lương của mình, nó chưa lấy thuế, Như vậy là pre-tax, hoặc là mình bỏ tiền vào cái IRA nhưng mà mình trừ cái tiền đó khi mình khai thuế. So either pre-tax from your paycheck or you got a tax deduction, you will owe income tax for every dollar you roll over to a Roth. Okay? You will owe tax. Some people, after I talk to them about it, they ask me, well, can you help me not pay the tax? No. No, I cannot. You owe your tax. You will pay for it. The question is, do you pay now or do you pay later? And my answer is, you want to pay some of it now because you want to grow it tax free. Grow it tax deferred, take it out tax free. That's what you want. And most people have been doing it backwards. Backwards, I say. Okay. So remember, you will owe taxes on every dollar that you convert. There is no way to avoid that. And if you avoid that, you will be caught. And then you're going to have to pay a lot more. And I am not going to do anything that is illegal that will get you in trouble or me in prison. So everything, if we help you, everything we do is above board. Above board là sao? Là cái gì nó cũng là đâu ra đó nha. Nó phải là theo luật pháp đàng hoàng, okay? Nhưng mà mình khôn đó, mình biết cách làm đó, you're gonna save yourself a lot of money. Rồi. The tax hit comes in the year you make the conversion. Như vậy, mình convert năm này, mình sẽ ô thuế năm này luôn. So a big conversion in a single tax year can bump you up to a higher tax bracket or have other repercussions. Okay? Như vậy là mình convert năm nào mình phải đóng thuế trong năm đó. Nên nếu mà mình convert nhiều, mình roll out nhiều đó, thì nó có thể là nó tăng cái mức thuế của mình. Okay? And not just that, there's other stuff. If you have higher taxable income, that can also push your Medicare Part B and Part D premiums higher. Please remember that. Okay? If you have higher income, then your Medicare Part, your Medicare Part B and Part D premiums can be pushed up higher. I want you to remember this because when I do plans for people, sometimes they don't recognize the advantages of having tax-free income. As if tax-free income wasn't good enough. They don't recognize that when you have tax-free income, it doesn't count towards things like Medicare. It's not going to push your other premiums up. If your kids have to apply for financial aid or whatever, it doesn't count. See, there are many advantages to having tax-free income besides not having to pay the tax. You could do partial conversions whenever you want. So let's say if you have $500,000 in your IRA, you don't have to, and you shouldn't, convert the whole thing at once. So you can do partial conversions. It's actually smart to spread multiple conversions of a large balance across multiple years to minimize the impact on your taxes and the other benefits. Okay, so far so good? Are you getting it? Okay. Như vậy là nếu mà quý vị có nhiều tiền trong cái IRA, okay, mình không có nên là convert the whole thing khi đó, but you're going to lose a lot of money on taxes. Nên mình làm từ từ. Okay? Làm từ từ. Beware of the Roth Conversion 5-year rule. The IRS charges a 10% penalty on any money you withdraw from a converted Roth within the first 5 years. But if you decide to do multiple Roth conversions, each Roth conversion has its own 5-year clock. I'm telling you, they don't make anything easy. Why would they? They're the government. Okay. When you convert, there's a 5-year window that you cannot access your money. If you do, you're going to get a penalty of 10%. Okay? So if you do more than one conversion, each conversion has its own 5-year window. That's what that means. Okay? Some people will not remember. Maybe you're older. You don't remember when you did what conversion, how much this or that. You can't figure it out yourself. That's why you need someone to do it for you to make sure that you don't do anything wrong. Okay? We don't want to do something stupid and have to pay 10% back to the government. No, we don't. Listen to this. The clock for the 5-year rule starts on January 1st of the year that you make the conversion. So let's say you convert money in December of 2021. The IRS considers your 5-year clock to have started on January 1st, 2021. So for that December conversion, you don't have to wait 4 more years before you can touch the money penalty free. That's pretty cool to know, isn't it? Như vậy là nếu mà mình convert trong tháng 12 thì như vậy kể như mình còn đợi 4 năm nữa thôi chứ không phải đợi 5 năm. Okay? Yes. Here are the advantages of a Roth conversion. But I hope my I'm going live off of my hotspot on my phone now. Okay. You will have tax-free growth and tax-free withdrawals. That is, of course, the main reason why you do it, right? There's going to be no more tax due on it while it compounds. Okay, so no tax when you take it out. That's why we do it. Hello. Right. Minimize RMDs. Well, there are no RMDs. Starting in 2024, there are no RMD requirements for Roth. Okay, that includes the 2024 is the Roth 401. I know it's very complicated. Okay. So starting in 2024, there are no minimum required distributions for a Roth, which is why when you start converting it, moving your money over, you can minimize the amount that you must take out. The amount you must take out at age 72 or 73. And remember, the more income you make, the more they're going to try to get from you, right? You're going to hedge against rising taxes, okay? Some people don't realize this, but our individual tax rates right now are near historic lows. Near historic lows, but the federal deficit is near historic highs. Now, you don't have to be great at math. You don't even have to be great with politics. You don't have to know that right now, if we have near historic lows for income tax and the deficit, that's how much we owe, near historic highs. Why are you continuing to max it out and defer your taxes? Why? Okay, mình phải tự hỏi như vậy nha. Bây giờ là quý vị đang enjoy là cái tax bracket là nó gần như là thấp nhất trong lịch sử nước Mỹ luôn nè. Nhưng mà cái deficit, cái tiền mà nước Mỹ đang owe đó, that's how much money we owe. We are in debt. near historic highs. Như vậy tại sao mình đang hoãn thuế vậy? Tại vì quý vị biết không? Cái deficit mà cao như vậy, what do they have to do? They either need to stop spending the money or they need to raise some taxes and make some of this money. So what do you think they're going to do? So if you are sure they're not going to raise your taxes, okay, leave it in there. Nhưng mà if you think they might raise taxes, oh, then you better sit down and do some math. Okay? Okay. Tax diversification. I'm a big, I talk about this all the time, but people think diversifying is, oh, I'm going to buy some stock in this, and then I'm going to buy some stock in this, and I'm going to buy some stock in this. You also need to diversify your taxes. Okay? You need to have some that is tax-free. It's okay to owe taxes on the money that you make. Everyone should pay their part. But don't pay more than you have to. Okay? So, if all of your retirement savings is in a traditional account, okay, if you shift some of it into a Roth, some of it into something that is tax free, it can make it a lot easier for you later on to pay for big ticket items. Okay? Why? It's because down the road, let's say you want to trip around the world, or you need a new roof for your house, or whatever it is. In retirement, if you need that much money and you take it all out of a tax deferred account, that's taxable income. So let's say there is an emergency like that and you have to do a big roof, total roof replacement or whatever. Well, you can take that money out of a tax free account and it doesn't change your taxable income, it doesn't change your bracket. Okay? Okay. Rồi. Fewer tax headaches for heirs. Okay? So when you pass along your money, if it's in a tax-free, if the money is tax-free, then your beneficiaries don't have to deal with a lot of stuff. In 2020, new rules went into effect that require non-spouse beneficiaries. That means if you die and you leave your money to your children, okay, they must empty an inherited IRA within 10 years. Now, why would the government want you to do that? They want their taxes. They want their taxes. So if you die and then you leave that money to your children, they are required to empty that account within 10 years because the government wants its taxes. Okay? Okay. Here are the disadvantages of a Roth conversion. Well, do you expect lower taxes in retirement? So let's say you're in a very high tax bracket today, and you expect to be in a lower tax bracket in the future, in retirement. Well, then Roth conversions don't make much sense. Okay? That means right now you make so much money, you're in the highest bracket. It really doesn't make sense to do a Roth conversion and just put more money and pay more of it in taxes right now. However, you still have to remember, like, we don't know what Congress is going to do. If they raise taxes, you may still end up paying more later anyway. But the only group that may think twice about doing a Roth conversion are the people who are in the highest tax bracket. You're making a ton of money now, and you expect to make a lot less later. Okay? Obviously, you have to pay the taxes in this year. Nên, yeah, that's a disadvantage. Okay? Bây giờ mình muốn chuyển qua năm này nhưng mà you have to pay tax năm này luôn. You have to have the money to pay the tax. So you have to. Okay, so that may be a disadvantage. Social security issues. What does this mean? Well, If you're already collecting Social Security, whether the payout is taxable is based on in part by your income. So in the year that you do a Roth conversion, your taxable income will go up, which then could cause a portion of your Social Security benefit to be taxed or push you into a situation where more of that benefit is taxed. So remember, Social Security, if you see that you're going to get $2,500 a month when at age 65, no, you're not. Most of you will still owe taxes. So that's the whole thing doesn't come to you. And then you need to keep that in mind. Again, the higher your income, it could affect your Medicare Part B and D premiums. Okay? Those are the disadvantages. Oh, less bankruptcy protection. Your creditors cannot touch money that's inside a 401k account. Okay, we're talking about a 401k account. Okay? But there's a limit on the protection of money that's in an IRA. Let me see here. I wrote it down somewhere. There's right now the current combined IRA amount that's protected from creditors. Whoops, from creditors is 1,512,350. So if you have more than that, okay, your creditors can go after that. Money inside a 401k can't be touched by creditors. Guess what? Guess what? Money inside a life insurance policy also cannot be touched by creditors. Remember that. Yeah? Okay. All right. Is a Roth conversion right for you? Well, you saw all the advantages and disadvantages. There is actually no easy answer. You have to sit down and do the math. Okay. Most of you, I've seen it. Most of you can't. Most of you don't know how. Most of you can't figure out your tax bracket, what happens when you move into the next bracket. Okay, it's not taught in schools. It's no one gets the help they need unless they find a professional. It's so sad. It's so sad that this country does not put a higher focus on financial literacy. Okay, we give our young people credit cards while they're in college. Hey, awesome. We don't teach them anything about how to be responsible with it. We don't teach them about how it can affect them in the future. We don't teach them anything about retirement savings. No. The only thing most people learn about retirement savings is 401k, 401k. Everyone else is doing it. I'm going to do it. No one knows how it's really going to affect them in the future. So each person has to, we have to look at your specific situation. Okay? We need to look at your income, your assets, whether you're married or single, what kind of health you're in. Are you going to have money to live in the future? What is your tax bracket now? How much can we start moving out without moving you into the next bracket? Okay? And wait a second. When we move you, if you take out money and it moves you into a higher tax bracket, it's okay. Because the only portion that you're paying the higher bracket in is the amount that's over. So it might be still advantageous to convert it. Okay, I'm going to go back to that one page just in case anyone missed the beginning of the slides. I want you to take a look at this, this example of a Roth conversion and what happens down the road, y'all. Okay, this is what happens down the road. Okay, so you need to look at it and see if this is for you. Okay, this is a 60-year-old with $1 million in an IRA that grows at 6% annually. By the way, that's conservative. But, Could be more, could be less too. If he doesn't convert, zero taxes now. If he converts all of it now, look how much he's paying in taxes. Yes, sirree. If he doesn't convert, this is how much taxes he's going to owe in RMD taxes. You guys, you've been deferring your money, your taxes in this retirement account. You don't know how much you're going to have to pay to use your money. Okay? And you can't leave it in there indefinitely. You must start taking it out. And then when you die, okay, whoever you pass it along to has to pay taxes as well. So if you do not convert, this guy is going to pay nearly $1.4 million in taxes. He passes along $1.2 million. Okay? If he converted it, he would have passed along $4.1 million and he would have paid $319,000. So a lot of people are now starting to think about Roth conversions. I told you earlier that there are some requirements, right? There are limitations, how much you can put in a Roth. If you make too much money, you can't open a Roth. But guess what? There's called a back door. Oh my God, there's a back door. Yes, there's a back door. You can still get in the Roth. You go in the back door. And that's with the conversion. So you have an IRA and then you convert it. And that's how you get it into a Roth account. Okay? Better yet, what if you took that money and you converted it into something that looks like a Roth, but it's even better? What can be better than a Roth? Tax-free growth. I mean, tax-deferred growth, tax-free withdrawals, legal terms. I'll tell you what's better than that. How about an IUL where it's also non-taxable? So that's like a Roth. A Roth could go backwards if the market crashes. An IUL can't. A Roth will incur a 10% penalty if you don't follow the 5-year rule or you're not yet 59 and a half. There are no penalties for age requirements or penalties for withdrawing your money. Okay? What else? Well, a Roth is money, but it's really not your money until you take it out, meaning you don't really know what the value is. Why? Market volatility. Could be worth $600,000 today. Tomorrow, you never know what's going to happen. Could be worth $510,000. With an IUL, you cannot go backwards because the market took a dive. Okay? That's called the 0% floor. You have protection. With the Roth, it's just money. With an IUL, you also get a death benefit. And you've got sickness protection. Money that you can use because you don't have long-term care money elsewhere. I have to do another one on long-term care coverage. You know, the insurance versus living benefits and what we need it for. Most people don't look at it seriously until something happens in their own family. And that's sad. Okay, it's a very tough lesson. One of these days, I'm going to bring a friend on who is actually joining my team because she went through this. She's lived it. Her husband was not a believer in life insurance, and I want her to tell her story. Okay. But so those are the other benefits that you can get, and also that tax-free income. But it must be done correctly. Whoever sets it up for you has to know what they're doing and has to be doing it with your best interest in mind, not theirs. I've seen it done the other way, y'all. Okay? Know that anything that is this powerful can also be very destructive if not done correctly. Okay? There are bad agents out there giving everyone else a bad name because they don't know what the heck they're doing, or maybe they do and they don't care. Like that, I hate that. Okay. So not only can you do Roth conversions into a Roth, you can also start taking money out of your tax deferred accounts and putting it into an IUL. So not only are you lowering your money in the tax deferred account, meaning trying to lower your lifetime tax liability in the future, but you're going to transfer that money into an account that is going to grow tax deferred, money tax free. Okay, so your 401k right now, IRA, whatever, where's my hand? Right here. Okay. And now you don't have anything in an IUL, so now it's right here. And then slowly you're going to do this and you're going to put the money over here, and the money over here is going to grow compoundedly, blah, 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 blah. And then now you're going to transfer the money that you owe Uncle Sam on into an account where Uncle Sam can't touch it. That's what you got to do. And then in addition, you've got the death benefit. So that during this time that you're trying to transfer, during this time that you're working, if anything happens to you, your family has a death benefit that is worth many times more than the money that you've already put in. Day one, you're covered. Okay? So I know if you've never heard it before, you're like, oh my God, this sounds like a scam. It's not. I did not work almost 30 years to build up my reputation to then now scam you. Okay? You don't have to do it with me. I'm just giving you information. It's out there. It is up to you to learn about it and take advantage of it. Don't be complaining. How come all these rich people are not paying taxes? How come the middle class, how come we little people are getting screwed on tax? Because they know how to do it legally. And so now you know, now you've got some other tools so that you can do the same thing. Okay? So don't be mad that someone else ain't paying taxes. How about get mad that you're going to have to pay a lot of taxes and do something about it? Okay? So do it legally. Make sure whoever's doing it for you knows what they're doing. You do not want to convert a ton of money and create a huge problem for yourself right now. Okay? It's going to affect your Medicare, Social Security, end up paying a lot more in taxes. So it's a math problem that we need to sit down and do with you. Okay? Okay. So right now, if you are, let's say, within 10 years of retirement, you need to figure it out now. I have people who call me up and they're like, I'm going to retire in 2 years. What do I need to do? And most of the time, they do not have enough to actually retire. They do not have enough to retire. They think they do. Oh my gosh. People who have $650,000 in their 401k account, they think that's a lot of money. They think that's enough to retire. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not. It is not. And then when they see, like I tell them, go on Social Security website. Let's see how much you're going to get. They've been working for like 36 years, and down the road, they're going to get like $2,500 a month. And that hasn't been like, they're not going to get the full 2,500. It's taxable because they also have a 401k. And then they see that I can build them an IUL that after 10 years now is providing them an income stream in retirement that is tax free, in addition to all these other benefits. And they're like, I wish I met you 10 years ago. Oh, me too. But now you know about it. So now you should find out about it. Victor, thank you. Thank you, Victor. It is not. I'm not here to scam people. It's not what I like to do. Um, the reason why some people call it a scam is because some people have lost money. Some people have lost their policies because they went to the wrong person, because it wasn't structured correctly, because it wasn't funded correctly, because they didn't know the rules. Okay? All right. Someone says, I'm with and have my 401k with Fidelity. Would that be a conflict of interest with your company? No, not at all. Not at all. Um, yeah, Victor. I hope you got a good plan, Victor. It sounds like you like golfing. Um, and that's the other thing. People don't realize you got to figure in taxes and inflation. You want to retire early. So someone wants to retire at like 62. They have like $600, $600,000 in a 401k, and really that's it. And they think it's enough, and they are so wrong. So wrong. You guys haven't done the math yet. Okay. Most people don't know what the heck they're spending all their money on. Okay. I'm going to do another video, you guys, on what you should be doing with your paycheck. When your paycheck comes home, what do you guys do? I know no one really actually brings it home. Go straight to your bank account. Okay. People do this thing called, there's a term for it. The accounting that you do is all in your head. It's crazy. People think, I make about this, I spend about this. And if you're not going to take your finances seriously, who else will? If you're not going to sit down and take a look at your numbers and figure out what you want to do, who else will? Nobody. Okay? So just be responsible. Get some help. Oh my gosh. Like who here has who here pays a gardener? Who here pays someone to cut their hair? Who here pays someone to do their taxes? Okay? Like you're paying professionals to do all these other things for whatever reason. Is your retirement not important enough that you would go to a professional for them to set up a plan for you? Okay. Do not think that a 401k is the way. It was years ago. And so you are using a decades old strategy when everything around you has already changed. Okay. You're deferring taxes from a plan that was created in the late 70s when the highest tax bracket was 70%. You're now paying 20 something percent and you're complaining? Well, just wait. Just wait until the government does something because, what is it now? I've lost count. Are we past 34 trillion yet? I think we have. Government has to make some changes. So what do you think it's going to be? Do you think they're going to stop spending? So please think of these things. Robert Ayala says, let me read it all. Better to pay the lower taxes now on a little bit for after-tax contributions rather than later on a lot. Yes. Taxes will mostly likely increase in 20 years. Yes. You'll be in a higher tax bracket as your credits disappear. Deductions. House is paid off. Kids can't be claimed. Inflation lowering yes. You're right. 401k is not the way. And you wish you knew it 23 years ago. But guess what? Is not 38 trillion? Yeah. Gosh. It's amazing. It really is never too late unless you are unless you're 80 something and you've got health issues and no money, then it's too late. But it is never too late to do something smarter with your money. And if you are still working right now and still earning a paycheck, definitely not too late. But each day you wait, you're losing money. Each day you wait, you've created a bigger problem. Your problem just grows bigger and bigger because you haven't solved it. Okay. Victor retired at 62. Awesome. See? Guess what, you guys? More and more people are going to have to work into their 70s right now. And that's only going to get worse because people are outliving their money. Yes, Em, I know. I just looked at the clock. I have a client meeting in 5 minutes. So I will get off so that I can go help someone else make tax-free income. Gosh darn it. Yes, I am. Okay. Remember, you guys, if you have a question, if you have a 401k or an IRA, I would say IRA because it's quicker, an IRA, or if you have life insurance now and you're asking, can I somehow squeeze money out of this? Whatever it is, email me and we'll see what your situation looks like. We'll see what we can do. Let's get a little funky and feed some duck. These ducks are eating food I bought with tax-free money. With tax-free money, y'all. Thank you, Robert. I am the way. I like that. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you found it useful. Please share it with people. Please share it with people. Don't just sit there and do nothing and just the mountain keeps getting higher and higher. Okay? Like, yes, we love America, but I don't want to pay any more taxes than I absolutely have to. And neither should you. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Mwah. Nathaniel, thank you, son. Jim, thank you, Robert, for your yeah, okay. Love it, love it, love it. Email me. Bye. See you.